Hello. How are y'all?
Same here. Cheers.
It is. Look, we're on time and we're on separate screens because that's nice.
That's just today.
It does. Dean, you have a major reflection in your glasses tonight.
I'm gonna try and fix it.
Okay. So, yeah, we are in a hotel, which is super great. And we are in Wisconsin because tomorrow we set up for Wisconsin Sheep and Wool, which is awesome. Um, Yeah, I think so. I can't see Instagram, so I hope you're watching
Yep.
it. Okay. Yay.
So
So
I assume is she was gonna say, did mom and dad weekend? Mom around the screen.
no, it's just easier for us to do that. Actually, we're both running off the same microphone. So 10 foot apart, 10, 12 feet apart, something like that. Yeah. Literally opposite sides of the room. That's where we're at right now. So anyway,
We're in Wisconsin.
getting ready for Wisconsin Sheep and Wool. That's super exciting. And tomorrow we will go set up there for the very first yarn trucks at Wisconsin Sheep and Wool, which is really awesome. So we're going to do that.
We have been camping the last 3 days.
And
There,
well, we were in Minnesota when we were camping. We visited. We set up the truck in Prior Lake and in Hastings. Yes.
and for the last 3 weeks, we've been working hard to bring new love next much.
We did. We did a thing. It's so exciting.
Two projects. And now I feel like I'm really people here too much on. Now that I fixed my glasses,
Haha. Fix the color issue. Yes. That's been bothering me for weeks.
um, we launched two new sections of Remedy.
We did. It's very exciting. We are going to talk about the database first.
So, take a yarn adventure, which is the name of our new website, takeayarnadventure.com. The Take a Yarn Adventure side of things is local yarn shop database, which is the novelized. Things. You can go to takeayarnadventure.com and the LYS database. Find your oh, Marlon can't hit. Whoa, my thing is not on. Oh no.
He's just talking over there. I'm sorry.
Hear me.
Okay.
Hopefully now you can. I did test it, but I was sitting right next to Katie when I tested it. So yeah. Sorry, no one could hear me. If
Can you hear
only
him now?
Katie had been talking during that, and not me.
Is that
So
better,
let's
friends?
start over. So we launched two new sections of Yarn Adventure. The first is Take a Yarn Adventure, or it's the database side of things. So the you can go to takeayarnadventure.com is our new website. We're adding this to what we're doing. We're not going to stop doing what we have been doing. This is a new thing. I made a local yarn shop database, so you can go to takeayarnadventure.com right now. Check and see if your favorite local yarn shop is listed there, and if everything is correct. I have already gotten one correction today because I just completely like mistranscribed it. I don't know, happens. And I got a couple of additions from people who said, "Hey, yeah, I've one to add." So right now, I think there's, including the 11 mobile yarn shops that I put on there. Um, we there's 1,076 now, I think, yarn shops. So that's awesome. So that's the Take a Yarn Adventure side of things. We're trying to also build an indie dyer database, so that'll be coming soon. Um, Hopefully everybody can kind of get together on that side of the website. meet new dyers, meet new yarn shops, take lots of yarn adventures.
We are all about taking a yarn adventure.
Uh, Marlin Farm said that they got mad about the name until they realized it was us.
Oh, we tried to put our logo everywhere so that
Yeah,
way you guys knew it was still us because it's
brand
still
I-
Yarn Adventure.
brand identity.
Yeah, we're still us. Don't worry, and we are running it and doing our very best to make sure the show is continuing. So, yeah,
So you want to talk about the partners side of things?
I will talk about partners. So, Yarn Adventure Partners is basically the side that we are is going to be the back office side, essentially. This is the part where we are going to be repping indie dyers to local yarn shops. And so, what we will be really, really excited about, sorry, what we're really excited about is having indie yarn dyers um, come to us and let us help them build their wholesale and trunk show sides of their business out so that we're able to um, basically showcase the very best that they are. And then we're going to take those things that we build with them and take them to local yarn stores. So part of our partners program will be taking the yarn truck full of our indie dyer partners as trunk shows on the truck. And we will be basically letting people, the local yarn shops, be able to see what that looks like and in hand see all the options that are available to them and book trunk shows and wholesale with our indie dyers. So um,
And
it's a
one
subscription service, which is a little different than what the traditional model is for representation in this manner. Yeah.
and one of the different things from what we have been doing to now is having kind of more formal meetings with yarn shops where we present, here are the base options and here's some color samples and here's some things from this dyer. you know hey, let's set up a trunk show date now. Let's get you an email started to get a wholesale account started with this dyer. So we're gonna have intake forms on both sides for yarn shops and dyers to be able to know what your goals are so that we can help you reach them. And kind of the overarching goal is to get everybody together on the same page and improve the fiber arts community. We had a couple of Instagram Marlin Farms. What if we're both? So if you both dye yarn and have a local yarn shop, um, you can work with us in both ways. And so we will both promote your local yarn shop as a local yarn shop and promote your hand dyed wares.
Well,
Um,
and in their case, the mill.
yes,
And
we haven't
that is something
quite
that
worked that
we
out yet,
are
but
working on for mills. We're still working that out in our heads about like how we're going to incorporate mills into this. But I do have some ideas about that, and I definitely want to bring some mills in with with this indie dyer local yarn shop partnership because I feel like we all have a lot to add to the community, and being in our little separate corners doesn't always help us. So, opening those lines of communication and giving everybody a chance to be able to chat with each other and figure out how best to get everyone out there. I think
and
that's the best part. So,
yeah, and kind of the big picture of this is, from a retail side, when we go to festivals and things, we always see the yarn truck be like a kind of a meetup spot. People are always like, "Oh yeah, we're over by the yarn truck." We kind of want takeayarnadventure.com to be a meetup spot for everybody who's interested in fiber arts, particular local yarn shops and indie dyed yarns. And so we want to be able to get everybody kind of meeting in the same spot. There's not a great solution for a database of local yarn shops out there. So I want to keep this one up. The main thing is not just creating it, but keeping it going. And then, yeah, the indie dyer database is coming soon, hopefully. You okay over there, Katie?
I'm sorry, I'm dealing with a thing.
Okay.
So, in addition to yarn trekking, repping for you guys, being super awesome and building a whole new side of our business. I'm also the class coordinator with Q for Alabama Fiber Fest, and one of our organizers was just texting me about a thing I need to answer really fast.
Okay.
So
Well,
sorry, I
I
will.
can I can take over.
Oh wait, try
Yeah.
that
I
again.
was like, you just like went away totally. Okay.
Yeah, no. Well, I need kind of need to leave me up because we're using my mic. So
Yeah.
go for it. Okay.
Okay. So Yarn Adventure partners. So if you are a indie dyer, or any fiber arts maker, so you don't dye yarn, if you make stitch markers or you make a fiber arts tool that you want to sell at local yarn shops, you're welcome to join this program as well. Um, we are going to do a flat non-commission rate. So it's just once a month, $75, and that is going to get you representation from us. So yarn shops, when we visit in person, when we talk through email, when we talk on the phone, video chat, however we interact with yarn shops, you're going to be one of our clients that we represent to them. We're going to have an intake form where we get your goals. Do you want more trunk shows? Do you want wholesale? Do you want to improve your brand recognition? What do you want out of Yarn Adventure Partners? We will get all of that squared away, and we will get you where you want to go. Our goal is to help you meet your goals. We kind of realized that we wanted to do a little bit less retail sales and a little bit more sales of people, because that's what we're excited about. We're excited about indie dyers and small batch makers. So we're going to get that out there, and we're ready for you. We've already had some people rolling in with the application forms already today, so they're on our website, takeyarnadventure.com. There's all the details for exactly what you get, and what to do next, which is click on the interest form that's on the website, on the Yarn Adventure Partners page on takeyarnadventure.com. There's a interest form that you can click on. Very short, just 4 or 5 questions. Fill it out, and we'll get back to you, and get you enrolled in the Yarn Adventure Partners program. If you're a local yarn shop and you want to be a part of the Yarn Adventure Partners program, what you will get is basically all of our, your kind of top bill for us to come visit in the yarn truck, not just for events or, visiting and setting up the truck, but to visit, meet with you, talk in person with all the indie dyers that we are representing. And then secondarily, you will get kind of on the database side of things, you'll get to add a link and a description to your listing for free, or as part of your yearly fee, which is $150 a year. Through November 15th, we're giving 20% off as kind of an introductory rate. So for the first year, you can get for $120. You can get the direct link on your database listing plus a description on there. And so instead of just having your yarn shop name and your address, you can have a link and a description. And then you'll also get kind of the Yarn Adventure truck at your beck and call for indie dyers. So are you back now?
I'm back.
Okay.
Sorry, had stuff to do. All right.
And then
Awesome.
last thing I was going to say was on the database side of things. If you're not interested in the Yarn Adventure Partners program, you're just a yarn shop or a dyer, and you want to kind of enhance your listing in the database, but you're not really interested in the partners program, it's $20 a year to add a direct link and a description of your business. So I think it's 150 character limit, and you can add that in there for $20 a year. So not much to kind of get people to be able to click straight through to where you're at.
We want people to visit you.
Yeah.
That's our big we want we know that the biggest barrier for most people of going to yarn shops is they don't know that they're there. And when we get ready to plan a road trip or anything else, finding a local yarn store is really first on our list. And we want it to be first on other fiber artists list as well. So that's a big piece of that.
And long term, I am hoping to get a map version of this database going to. So
I'm excited about that.
I'm working on adding a donation button to that so that you can help me to help you get this going.
Widgets and things cost money. Sorry, guys.
Yes, time
Um,
time costs money.
they
That's
also cost us a lot of time,
the
but
last 3 days have been long.
definitely, it is another part of it though, is that it costs quite a bit
Oh, I
to.
missed earlier that the Silver Linings Yarn. So it's the Timu Yarn Adventure truck. When Marlon was talking about our, they didn't know it was us.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm really glad you're looking out for us though, Jess. I really do appreciate that. Okay, so this week we launched a knit along with the Twisted Stitchers in Prior Lake, Minnesota. I have started my socks. This is the vintage teacup pattern. That is on
Afternoon tea?
in the it's
Oh, I see.
within the afternoon tea pattern.
I
There are
gotcha.
3 options. There's like cake and tea, and then there's or
Vintage and
vintage teacups, and then there's another cable pattern in there. And I'm doing the vintage teacups.
gotcha.
So I'm using Get Knit Face in Colorado. This is her Resist colorway, and it's on Chiago needles. I'm doing 32-inch, and I'm doing magic loop to a toe up 2 at a time. So I bought the pattern is the toe up afternoon tea socks by Carly Perrins, Northwood Knits Co. Yeah, Northwood Knit Co. Yes, I think that's right. Okay. And and then there's a cuff down version. Each of the patterns has 3 different instep patterns, so 3 different cable patterns within it, and it also has 3 different cuff patterns, so you can pick and choose what you want. And I will actually not be doing the heel flap that's going on, that's written in the pattern. I will use the instep and everything else, and then I will do my favorite Fish Lips Kiss heel. So because yeah, because I know what I like.
she found a heel she likes
I
and
found
she's
a heel
sticking
I
with it.
like, and you can't make me change.
Yeah, I also just realized we didn't really talk about what we'd done the last week.
No, so well, besides doing all
Yeah.
the fun stuff, that is definitely what we've been up to, is making all the rest of that happen. So I've been working on those socks. I finished that cowl that I was working on, the brioche. That is all done and on the yarn truck. I need to block it at some point whenever I have access to water. Probably tonight would have been a good idea, but whatever. Um, Still working on the vest. Again, it's probably got maybe 5 hours worth of work left on it, and I just haven't done it yet.
Yarn
So,
Adventure partners and taking
yeah,
Yarn
well,
Adventure
it's
have
just been a lot
stolen
of other
away all
things
of our time.
that I've just not been doing. I will say that Alabama Fiber Fest will have classes very soon. I believe Early Bird VIP will have access next week, and the general public the week after. So the 12th and the
Cool.
19th. Yeah.
Let's see. Where were we last Wednesday?
Um,
Oh, we were in Illinois right before we went to Vibrant STEM, right? Yeah.
yes. Yeah, we were camping on
Yeah.
the river
Yeah, we were camping.
where the internet was kind of sketch.
It was very sketch.
But you guys stuck it out, so thanks.
Yes.
I don't know if there's anyone watching us right now. They all seem to have disappeared, but
There's
that's
a
okay.
couple on Instagram.
Oh, okay, good.
We went to Fiber and STEM on Thursday.
Yeah,
Fun little shop in Moline.
that
Been
was
there for like 6
nice.
months, and it is an awesome shop. We got to talk with Jessica, the owner of the shop, and there were a lot of people because it was such a new shop. There was a lot of people who had traveled from 30 minutes, an hour away to come and visit. So we appreciated being able to bring in some business and hopefully some future customers who are going to be a part of the community there at Fiber and STEM. And let's see, on Friday we drove to Minnesota because we went to Natalie's house.
Hmm.
Natalie, our friend,
That was such a long drive.
yeah, I know it was. It was only like 5 hours and 20 minutes or something, but it
It
felt
felt like forever.
like forever.
It was a very long day.
We went first we went to the final Friday meeting of the Twisted Stitchers. So Natalie's the one of the head folks for the Twisted Stitchers group there in southwest Minneapolis area. And we went into their group meeting, and then we went and stayed with Natalie that night and the next night as well. On Saturday morning, we got up a little early for what we have been doing lately and went to the Prior Lake Twisted Stitchers meetup. And it's the fourth annual Yarn Adventure Truck visiting on Labor Day weekend. So it was a lot of fun. It was a little warmer than it has been the last few years.
Yeah,
I mean,
it wasn't bad though.
It was still nice. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Compared to what it has been the last couple of months, but it got a little warm in the afternoon. We had a really fun time. We always do. This is our fourth year there. And then we stayed again with Natalie. And then
Saturday
on
night, yeah.
Sunday, we went to Hastings, Minnesota, on the southeast side.
We visited
Minneapolis.
Muse 2320 and attended their sweater weather get together, celebrating the beginning of sweater weather, which it quickly
now
turned
is.
into sweater weather since we have visited. So
Yes.
we are very excited. It's a super fun get together. It happens every year on the Saturday or Sunday of Labor Day weekend. And so we will continue to be in that area. I think we like visiting there, and we really enjoy visiting with Sarah and the whole Muse 2320 team. So congrats to Bob and his new job. And hopefully
And
that's
they
going
have a
well.
bigger yarn shop now. We
They
got
have
to
a
go
bigger
visit
yarn
last
shop,
month.
yeah.
It's quite a big shop now. But yeah, there was lots of other vendors there.
Snug and Spun was there.
Crafty Like a Monkey.
Crafty Like a Monkey. Get Ben's Farms, the Mad Madam, Apothecary, and Art by Kayla.
Yeah.
And then inside, and then of course Muse 2320 was open, and then Get Ben's Farms is set up inside of Muse 2320.
Yep.
I may have gotten a witch's hat.
Yes.
Very excited. And I'm going to do some embroidery on it. Sarah has some super cute stick and stitch patterns, and I have been really into the embroidery stuff for the minute, so I've been doing that. I will do some stickies soon.
We may have bought like 100 skeins of yarn because we were getting really, really low.
So we do have new yarn. We have a brand new base from Sarah. It is an alpaca merino silk blend, and it is luscious. And it is also decay weight, and so it's going to be beautiful for those lovely fall, winter weight sweaters. And most all of it is in tonals. It's all in tonals, so it's really good for color work. It's going to have a lot of drape. It's going to be really nice and warm. I'm excited about working with it. I have 2 skeins of it, so I can do a cowl. She was telling me about a pattern that she really likes, so I think I'm going to do that one. And then
Gwen's over on Instagram and she says, hey, stay in your lane.
Stay in my lane about what?
The witchy hat.
Oh, my witchy hat? Okay. Gwen, I will take a picture of it tomorrow. I will put it on and show you with my broom that I made.
Yeah, she made a broom at Michigan.
And I think you'll very much enjoy the whole vibe. Anyway, so what else? Okay. I have been doing my daily spinning adventures on Yarn Adventure Truck Instagram every night at 8:30 or so.
8:30-ish.
8:30-ish. But basic Central. Yeah, 8:30 Central-ish. But it's basically I just sit down and spin for 20 minutes, and I'm working on some really fabulous Shetland. You can really see the blue in this light. The indigo is popping. It's really hard to see the indigo in other lighting in the truck. Like it hasn't been a super good lighting for that. Anyway, so I'm out and a little more in on one braid of my Shetland, and basically just every night we sit down and spin for 20 minutes, which is kind of fun.
It seems like it's been going good. You've had some people watching and asking questions, and
yep,
you enjoy
it's been lots of
spinning
fun.
a lot.
I do enjoy chatting about spinning. Um,
I also want to share our new logos
yeah.
for
So you should do that. And then on
Yarn Adventure Partners.
Monday, I pulled all of my mending out of the closet and I mended 4 pairs of leggings and 2 um dress romper things. So I fixed a bunch of stuff. I still have 2 more pairs of leggings to work on, but yeah.
I bet your hand was tired because you sewed all
I
day,
stitched like all day. It was super fun.
like the entire day.
This is the Yarn Adventure Partners logo. So if you see that floating around, and this is our LYS database, the Take a Yarn Adventure logo.
And then we'll have to probably make a Andy Dyer database one. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I don't know what that looks like. We're gonna
Yeah,
leave that alone right now.
yeah, that's for future Dean and Katie to
Okay,
figure out.
so there was this whole debate, and I don't know if anybody is actually watching anymore, but there was this whole debate that we had about the fact that the Yarn Adventure Truck logo has a yarn ball on the truck, and it has knitting needles sticking out of it. And we have felt like I really hope that it doesn't deter people from realizing that we don't just knit, we crochet and we spin and we weave and we sew and we mend and we do all these other things with yarn. And so there was a real big debate about whether we should change that piece of our logo because we were putting it in so many different places in our new logos. We wanted to keep the truck in there. We wanted to keep the balloons in there. That really echoes what we want to do and what we are. But the yarn ball was really a difficult moment. So, yeah,
I think it
yeah,
turned out good, and I really think it's just sort of like it's just a handy, cute logo thing. It's
yeah.
not like knitters only.
I think it represents that we have really nice yarn and
Yeah,
we're excited about it. And I think the knitting needles really click that in people's brains. It's not that we want to be exclusionary. So, um, that's all. I just want to make sure you guys know that because now the little yarn ball is on the shop, like in the Yarn Adventure Partners logo. There's the yarn ball is by itself, and then with the knitting needles, and then that's echoed again on the shop window. And so, just to reiterate that we are working with local yarn stores, and that we're working with indie dyers, and so that's why that works all together. So it was definitely a process. We
yeah.
went through a few versions. Let's put it that way.
Because we want to. I mean, we've had the same Yarn Adventure Truck logo for a while,
We're not
and
changing the Yarn Adventure Truck logo.
yeah,
Don't worry.
and that one has the knitting needle. The ball on the side of the truck has the knitting needles. Because I mean, that one's the one that we have on the side of the actual truck.
Well, I
Um,
mean, the logo
yeah,
is supposed to echo the truck.
yeah,
So like, that is Evie. Like if
yeah,
you look at her, that's Evie. So
yes.
I don't know. You just kind of have to.
Gwen says, maybe remove the needles? Question mark. Yarn on its own is inclusive enough. Um,
I'm afraid that it doesn't look like yarn though.
yeah, I
When you
think that
take
was
the
the thing.
knitting, I have actually experimented with taking the needles off before, and
Yeah, we did it this time too, but it just looks a little bit
it
weird.
looks weird. It looks kind of like
She
just a
she
weird
said she's
ball.
also a sucker for a yarn ball where the yarn turns into cursive.
Yeah. Well, we tried that one too. We did a lot of variety. In other news, I got a new phone today.
Yeah,
Super
finally.
exciting because my other one has,
Can you see the
yeah,
lines
you
on it?
can. You can see the lines that are on my phone.
So the green line came after the phone took a rough tumble on the ground once, and then the pink one later.
Yep.
And
They don't go
they
away.
don't ever go away. They're
They're
always there.
also like starting to hinder my ability to like
Click on
do
stuff.
things and move. So we were like, well, I kind of use it a lot, and it's a little bit essential to our actual business.
Yeah.
So had to get a new phone. Um, it's just a new version. of my
Yeah.
current phone. So
Yep.
there you go. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. So I'm gonna work on these socks. In about an hour, I will pop over on Instagram Live and I will chat about fiber and we'll spin for about 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. Um,
And I will work on some labels for the stuff we got at Muse, probably.
yeah, so the labels for stuff we got at Muse. We got that really fun new DK, and we also got a neon nep fingering,
Yep.
which I'm very excited about too. So, yay!
All right. Are
All
we
right,
done?
I think we're done.
All right.
We will chat with you all till next week. And until then, yarn dyers, makers, reach out to us with the Yarn Adventure partners. Indie shops, make sure, or local yarn shops, make sure you check out the database and make sure you're on there, number one, and make sure we have listed you correctly
Yes.
because Dean and I are both human and Dean
Yes.
did all the work.
Yeah. So what she's saying is it's my fault if it's wrong.
Dean did all the work and he is also human and sometimes we don't catch the things that are wrong. So please check that and make sure. And if you are just watching this because you love us, go and check and make sure your favorite local yarn shops are on the list so that because sometimes we miss things.
All right.
All right.